Welcome, Cancer, to your Scorpio full moon 2 week deep dive forecast for the ascendant, the sun, or the moon. Across the 1st or the 2nd of May, the Scorpio full moon at 11 degrees 20 goes face to face with the practical sun in Taurus. We all know that lunations can create a lot of emotion, and that comes to the surface. And we can talk about Scorpio full moons generally, but what will the next 2 weeks hold for you personally, Cancer? I'm going to share your event chart from a purely Cancer perspective. By the end of the video, you'll have a clearer understanding of what's in store around your energy, work, relationships, and finances. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundel. A very warm welcome. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now to help it to continue to thrive. But please also click or tap the bell notification symbol. So the moon in Scorpio is in her full. So she can be a little anxious creating, but for you, it's the fifth house. And the fifth house is very much about where we showcase our pleasure in life. It's where we can be very affectionate and perhaps joyful. And that fifth house for you can certainly give you that opportunity over the next 2 weeks. It's just that the position of Uranus and Venus in your 12th house brings a completely different energy, which is much more to do with the sheltered, reflective dimension of your chart. And that's why we need to look at lunations in detail. But the position of the sun is very much to do with your friendships, your connections, your network, and perhaps what was your future direction and higher purpose. But if over the next couple of weeks you review and think about whether you truly are living your life to meet your true needs or to please other people at some kind of level, that may be what does come up. And what can create that tension even more, Cancer, is that Pluto, very much to do with change, transformation, but power, is in the eighth house of your situation, which is where we can be more invested, perhaps in a romantic situation, can be where we get very deep energies around possessiveness, maybe even control coming towards us, or maybe at times we're feeling fearful because of a lack of control. And because the fifth house can be about romance and the 11th house can be about the future direction, if there is a lot of politics in a close relationship at the moment, that may be something that you do need to consider. But if, in terms of your creative world or your work, it's very much a time for just considering whether you are on the right track. What might be happening is Uranus is bringing some sudden, different, and very fast perspectives that may need to be processed. Now, as far as the other players on this event are concerned, the ruler of the sign of Taurus is Venus, and that's now in your 12th house. So if you are or have been reviewing a relationship over the last few days, any kind of relationship, it wouldn't be a complete surprise. Venus can also be about money, so it may be a professional relationship. And Venus in this 12th house is actually forging a very strong link with Saturn and also Pluto. Now, they're the two megastars of the outer planets, but of course can have their challenges. So the Venus-Pluto connection suggests romantically that if there's someone on your horizon that you're not currently involved with, you may find it very difficult, if you're really drawn to them, to get them out of your mind. It could run almost all the way to obsession, but that doesn't mean to say it's wrong. It just means they're having quite the impact. The Venus is linked to Saturn in the part of your chart to do with your work may be more complex. It's possible that what you're doing behind the scenes, the deep research, could actually help you to improve your financial situation, which Venus is about, future forwards, but you just need to get everything in place. But equally, it may be that a relationship you're involved with, possibly as far as employment, is good, but it doesn't really feed your soul. And that has been a theme recently. Furthermore, Mercury, the rule of the sign of Gemini, is in a conjunction with Chiron, the so-called wounded healer. So thinking about or discussing what you do for a living and whether it does meet your true deepest needs is another part of the narrative. We also need to be mindful of the most northerly planet in any event chart, and for you, it's Neptune. And as I've been saying recently, if you do something that's creative, imaginative, artistic, that helps you to flow and really lifts your vibe, you're on the right track. But if you're in a situation which is very much to do with maintaining your presence because of the status of your role, perhaps because it has perks, maybe it's to do with the money, that may be where you could have a big decision to make. So I think this could be like a crossroads full moon, but it may relate to your social and romantic situation as much as your professional one. Now, I'm going to summarize the four areas of energy, work, relationships, and finances next, Cancer. But just to say, I've slashed the price of my personal horoscope reports. It's now three for the price of one. The one you pay for, the life roadmap, helps you to understand the patterns that are played out so far, but also get a more intimate understanding of working with your natal chart in a more effective way future forwards. The two free charts, your 12 months transit forecast, and also your draconic soul karmic analysis. Why? Well, I realize that people are feeling the pinch, but also my passion for astrology is as strong now as it ever was when I began to get interested when I was about 14. And I want to share how natal astrology can really help us to navigate life's challenges, but also opportunities in a much more effective way. Now, if you've yet to watch your May monthly forecast, Cancer, that's on the screen, yet to take in your Uranus into Gemini 1 year forecast on the screen. If you'd like to work with me directly, please check out my testimonials below. And if you've yet to take advantage of your free daily horoscope fired to your device each morning for your early day celestial pit stop, please see that below too. So, professionally, this could be a big moment this next 2 weeks. Are you doing something that you really know allows you to be you? You can be very natural and expressive. That's the moon in that fifth house. If the answer is yes, and it also is some kind of intuitive, caring, healing, or creative role, you're on the right track. You're just going through a period when at times you may need to step back a little bit and get some moments of peace and reflection. What about that romantic situation? Well, if you're really finding someone irresistible, it wouldn't be a surprise whether you got together with them or not. But in an existing relationship, if there are some power battles playing out, it may be because of Pluto. But do take heart, Cancer, because the North Node, the true North Node in the expansive ninth house for you, right through to the end of July, does give you an opportunity to just check out whether, with whatever decision you're making at the moment, it fits your higher values. If it does, that's the right decision. When it comes to your energy, I do feel that you may be feeling a bit more nervous. Your nervous system could be a bit more on edge. And the reason for that is Uranus in the 12th house. And that's going to be a pattern over the next 2 years. But do know if you want to do something new and bold and fresh, Jupiter in your sign, in that stunning right angle with Mars, suggests that you go for it and go for it at pace. It's been a pleasure being with you, Cancer, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.